Hello everyone, it's Jen. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we are creating with the Pink and Main My Heart 6x6 paper pad, as well as my design team stamp for February, which is Purrfect Birthday by Sunny Studio Stamps. So I colored all of these images using my Prismacolor colored pencils, and then I used my Brother Scan and Cut to cut out all of those images so that I could start playing around with some card ideas. So on to card number 1. I'm using some of the pattern paper to kind of look like a little bit of a grass hill here. And I'm using some Distress Oxide in Peacock Feathers. I realized when I started doing this that I should have done the distress inking before I put the little piece of paper down here that I cut out of a stitched rectangle, but it didn't matter because I knew that I was only using a very light touch with the peacock feathers. So this one is going to feature a lot of those adorable cat balloons, and so because this was the first time I was using them, I got out my pencil just to mark my pencil line. Now there is a string for the balloons that comes in the stamp set, but I just wanted to draw my own. So once I get these done in pencil, I'm going to use my Memento marker, and then I will erase those and move on with creating the rest of the card. So for today's video, you're actually going to be getting 3 weeks of design team card projects. So 3 different cards using the stamp set. The mail system here in Canada is lagging. Hopefully it's fixed now, but I did get this late, so I'm trying to play a bit of catch up. So bonus is you get to see 3 cards in one video this week, and it's kind of nice because it makes a little bit of a gift set if you wanted to give these cards as a gift. So I am making sure that each of these 3 cards have at least 2 black kitties on them, one long-haired, one short, so that they represent my 2 girls. So Piper is very much like this one in the onesie, which is absolutely adorable. And then Lila is my long-haired black cat. So even though they are sisters, one is short-haired, one is long. And if you're newer to my channel, I rescued them actually just about 2 years ago this week. So celebrating an adoption anniversary with those 2 beauties. So kind of fitting to be making these cards with them on it. So this is the first card. This was the first idea that I had, and pretty simple. I just wanted to feature the 2 girls on the card and then lots of balloons, because I think both the cat-shaped balloons and the cat-shaped cake is really what makes this stamp set unique and what made me fall in love with it. If you haven't gotten this yet, Jamie does have a couple of these stamps in the shop. Don't forget you can use my coupon code JEN10, that's Jen with 2 N's, 10, to save 10% off your total order. Jamie doesn't have any of the Pink and Main paper pad left, but you can purchase that still elsewhere, or you could actually see if she can order that in if you're interested in it. I will be using this paper pad, I think probably throughout March as well. I think it's a great paper pad for birthday cards, and that's kind of what I want to focus on over the next little bit, especially because my new Lawn Fawn order has shipped from Jamie and the Not2Shabby Shop, and it features a lot of birthday stuff as well, so can't wait to get that and to be showcasing that in March. So I realized once I finished this card that I didn't have a sentiment, which is okay. I mean, you don't have to have a sentiment on every card, but I did want to include this hope your birthday is, well, it says hoping your birthday is possum, which is just adorable. I played around with where I wanted it. after heat embossing it with some white embossing powder on some just cheapy pink cardstock that was from my stash, trying to use up what I have in my stash along with my new goodies. And then I decided to use my Spectrum Noir glitter brush marker here, and that's clear glitter. And then I'm going to do some detailing with a white jelly pen just on the balloon. I'm also going to give the little present some dots, and so that it looks polka dotted. And then I'm actually for this card going to put 3 little white dots on each side of the kitty's cheeks, and that will finish off card number 1. So for card number 2, I kind of wanted to have a little kitty party going on here. So I really love this pattern paper with all the circles on it. And the colors from the paper pad really kind of influenced how I colored the images so that they would all match. And I'm bringing out the peacock feathers again. When you see my hand go off screen, I just have a piece of scrap paper beside me and I dip it off onto that so that a lot of ink doesn't get onto my card base. But because I do quite a bit of editing in my videos, I just kind of cut that out so you guys don't have to waste your time seeing that. Once I got that done, I used my distress sprayer here. I let it sit for several seconds, probably about 40 seconds, and then I dried it off with my heat tool. Now, because it warped, I wanted that magnet to hold down my card panel here. So that's why I put it in my stamping tool, but I just used a regular stamp block to stamp on the image and it was fine, but it was more so that the paper would stay down and not warp. So I stamped that with my VersaFine Black Onyx ink, heat embossed with clear embossing powder. And now I'm going to put these little kitties on the card panel here to make this little birthday scene, and again bringing in some of those cute little kitty balloons again. And so this time, because I had done it already once, I didn't feel like I needed to do it with pencil. I was feeling really brave and it worked out pretty good. So again, you'll see we've got Lila here, the one that I'm adhering down now, and then Piper in the little purple onesie this time, and she's playing with that adorable little gray and black kitten over to the other side. And then I have a little, well, what I envisioned to be like a white Persian cat, kind of holding that present. And so the 2 little kitties to the right are playing with a mouse present. Now, I do go back and fix this, and I put the little paw over the mouse. Right now, it's under the mouse, but after the video was complete, I did go back and fix that. So I'm just going to add some white detailing here, and I actually drew on whiskers onto the balloons with the white. So there's 3 little whiskers on each side of the nose, and it looks really cute. And I think I might try to get up enough courage to do it with black. I think it looks adorable. So I encourage you to try that as well. So then I just wanted to make sure that I'm grounding my images. So I'm using IG1 from my Spectrum Noir marker because my C1 Copic marker is pretty much dried up, but then it turns out this one's pretty dried up too. So I'm going to blend that out with my colorless blender from my Copic. Then I'm going to put some party hats on all of these little cuties. I feel like the party hats just make these little guys so adorable. And there's card number 2 done. So moving on to card number 3, I just cut out a scalloped rectangle and then another white stitched rectangle panel here. And this time I'm using worn lipstick. So I'm going to do a very light kind of distressing all over this background. It's very, very faint, and I'm actually really into this look right now, so just enough to give it some color, but very subtle in its nature. So using this plaid paper, which I love, and you can only see a little bit of it peeking out of the panel here. And then I'm using this wish die. This is a die from My Favorite Things. Jamie had this as a free with 60 purchase for the February My Favorite Things release. So I figured many of you probably have this die in your stash because of that. It's always great that Jamie gives little extras to kind of stretch our wallets and to increase our stash. So that's always great. And I love this die and thought it would be fun to have the cats kind of playing around the word wish. So I just cut that out of some of the kind of tealy blue, it's a heart pattern paper from the paper pad. And then I'm going to put the little cats, and I'm going to actually finally use the cat cake for this card. And of course, we'll have Lila and Piper make an appearance on this card as well. So I thought I would stamp a sentiment in addition to the word wish. So I'm bringing back the Hoping Your Birthday is Perfect, which I used on the second card as well. Here's Lila going on top of the H, and here's Piper in her yellow onesie. So she is changing up the colors of her onesies in all of these cards. She's playing with the little mouse again. And then we're going to put the birthday hats on and add a little shimmer with the Spectrum Noir glitter brush marker, and this card will be done. So thanks everybody for watching. I'm glad my voice was able to kind of get through this video. Still not feeling great, but having fun playing with this stamp set. And I will see you guys soon in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.